YouTube, what's up, man? It's your boy J Reds the Barber. Got another video for y'all today, man. And today we're gonna be talking about how to build clientele. Um, the last video we dropped was on client retention, but in order for you to retain a client, you have to gain a client. So, therefore, today we're gonna talk about how to build clientele. So, the first step, the first step to building clientele is talking to people. You gotta talk to people. You gotta communicate with people. If nobody knows what you do, then how are you gonna build a clientele? So, therefore, everybody that you come in contact with, that you're conversating with, you need to let them know that you're a barber or an aspiring barber, or you plan to be a barber. So, just a couple things that I did to build myself starting out. Um, when I first started cutting hair, I really didn't know how to build a clientele. There wasn't no videos telling me how to build clientele or who to talk to. It wasn't nothing. It was when I was learning, it was just simple haircut tutorials, just teaching me how to cut hair. So I never had nobody guiding me, telling me how to build a clientele. Um, so my first step in me building clients was where I was working at. So at the time, I think I was working at like a cookout. Um, I was working at cookout when I first started cutting hair, and everybody I worked with, I told them like, yeah, I want to be a barber. I got my clippers. Let me cut your hair for free, or just give me $5 in gas so I can get to you. You know, so choose wisely how you talk to the people that you are working with. I say this to say, when I first started cutting, and it was a guy that I was working with, and we was cool. We didn't know each other, but just from us working together, it's like we was cool. Like we operate well. So I ended up letting him know, like, yeah, bro, I'm trying to learn how to cut hair. Don't know too much, but I know enough to get the job done. I make sure I've been studying up on this craft so I know that I can produce at least a decent type of haircut for him. So um, he allowed me to come cut his hair. And obviously the haircut was trash, but in his mind, the haircut was amazing. I was still young at the time. I was probably like 18, 19. Um, but in his mind, haircut was fire. Even though I knew it was trash. Everybody else probably knew it was trash. But that became a client of mine from not only just us communicating with each other and being cool with each other at work, but now we built a bond through me cutting his hair. And this came from me cutting his hair for free. And now I'm getting the practice that I need to learn how to cut hair. So before you can build a clientele, you gotta learn how to cut hair. So therefore, you need people to practice on. So if you got little brothers, a son, even if it's females, you got a little sister that get a haircut, anybody, like if you got a head that you can cut around you, learn, practice, or give free haircuts. So that was my practice, was giving him free haircuts or just getting $5 in gas from him so I could come cut his hair. And it became me not only cutting his hair, but I would cut everybody in his house's hair, all his cousins, his little brothers. So now I'm cutting like 6 people when I come to his house to cut his hair. I'm cutting a bunch of different people. And now I'm getting practice with this hair texture. This hair got grease in it, this hair don't. This hair is clean, this hair is dirty. Like, that was giving me the practice I needed, to grow myself and scale myself to where I am today. Um, so another step into building clientele, which is major for nowadays society, is social media marketing. Social media will bring you everything that you can desire. Like, if you market yourself properly on social media, then you're going to have an abundance of overflow of clientele. When I first started cutting legitimately inside of a shop, I focused mainly on my social media marketing. And with all this being said, I used to watch what other barbers would do with their social media videos, and I would try to mimic it to the best of my ability. Um, just basically showing the process of the haircut and the finished result. Um, so whenever you want to market on social media, look at all your biggest favorite influencers, go to their page and study it, study them, but not telling you to mimic them. I'm telling you to take what you learn from them and put your own little twist onto it. You know, put a little bit of umph in it, because you got to be original when it comes to creation. So you want your own sort of style, your own sort of flow. You can't be that person that you've been following. So social media marketing is a major, major, major way to market yourself to build a clientele. Um, Back when I was starting, um business cards, man. Even today, like, there's so much different stuff. Like, they got the little pop things that you can put on the back of your phone, and when you're talking to somebody, you can tap each other's phone and it'll take it to all your social media or any content that you wanted to get taken to. So business cards, just basically interacting with people. um so you could go to networking events. They're all over the place. You just gotta search for them. You can go to Panera Bread and might be sitting in Panera Bread reading, and you see somebody else reading, be like, "Hey, what book you reading?" Da 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 da. And now y'all just talking real quick, like, "Hey, I like that book. I should try it," or "This is what I'm reading right now." But yeah, I'm a barber, so if you ever need a new barber, or if your barber is never available, you need a backup barber. You know, that's just part of it. Like, interacting with people is how you build a clientele, and the energy that you give off when you're talking to these people. When you greet somebody, you want to come with a smile on your face. You want to shake their hand firmly, politely. You want to communicate with them politely. So whenever they're experiencing your presence, they know, like, all right, they feel comfortable with you. Because if you want somebody to come and sit in your chair, they gotta feel comfortable with you, because now you're providing a service for them. Y'all not just talking at this point. You're providing a service for them, and they gotta feel comfortable getting the service from you one way or the other. So if you new in the game and you just starting out, you don't really know too much, it's best to explain to these people, like, yeah, I'm a beginner. This is what I do. I love what I do. Just make them feel comfortable with you and your craft. um that's part of building a clientele. um Back to what I was saying, when I first started, offering free services is one of the easiest ways to build a clientele base. Now, you got to understand, when you offer free services, you're going to attract cheap people. But at the same time, whenever you're offering these free services, do it to people who you have a good sense that they're not going to be cheap, and that they're going to actually see the value in what you're offering to them. You got to bring some sort of value to them. um, Even if you're not the best at cutting hair, you could bring value from just having an amazing conversation with them. Your day-to-day lifestyle might help them in some sort of fashion. So back to what I was saying, you need to focus on the people that you're dealing with, like the niche of people that you want to market yourself to. So when it comes to talking to these people and you're marketing a free service, you don't get caught up offering a free service to somebody, and then they come back and they want another free service and another free service and another free service, and then they just gonna think they getting free haircuts from you every day or every week or every month just because you did it one time. You gotta actually know who you're speaking to, because people will take advantage of you. So be cautious whenever you are offering these free services, and know what to look for whenever um know what to look for in a person to know that they're going to value what you're offering to them. um you could also do like community outreach. You could go get free haircuts for the homeless. It's a million and one homeless shelters in every city that you go to. It's a million and one homeless people in every city that you're in. So if you are riding past and you see somebody with a sign or whatever the case may be, and you may not have no money to offer them, you may not even have no food to offer them. But what you do have is a pair of clippers in your hand, right? So you can grab your clippers and you can come to them and be like, yeah, man, I see you down the hard times. I don't have no money for you. I don't have no food for you. But what I can do for you is I can give you a free haircut. Hopefully they'll say yes. If they do, then hey, there you go. There goes some practice for you right there. Um, but you just going ahead and offering that outreach to that person and offering that service to that person that is in need, someone else might see you giving this service and they like, damn, man, that's a good dude. He just gave that homeless man a free haircut. Even though he ain't had no money to give him, he ain't no food to give him, he gave him a free haircut. And the haircut wasn't too bad. I think I'm gonna try him out the next time I get a haircut. So that may be a way for you to gain clientele right there, just from community outreach. Even if you go into these shelters, the soup kitchens or whatever the case may be, and you're in there and you're offering haircutting services. Now you're in there and you're giving away free haircuts to the homeless or the people in need, but the people that are running the shelters and the soup kitchens or wherever you're at, they're going to see what you're doing as well. 9 times out of 10, they already going to have a barber, but they might actually see the value in what you're producing for these people when they come try you out. And they might end up being your client now. They might leave their barber just because of the simple fact of they respect what you're doing. So take pride in, helping people. Don't be selfish when it comes to your everyday life, because when you help others, it's gonna come back to you tenfold. You can't be selfish. And the you can't be selfish, you gotta be selfless. But know to a certain point that you have to be selfish to be selfless, you know. Um so when I first was starting, I used to I didn't have a car. I was on a bus, I was on a train. Um so in order for me to get places, I would have to take the bus or the train. So when you're on the bus or the train, you don't have a car, you come across so many more people. So if you're one of these people and you're on a bus, the train, public transportation, and you coming across all of these people, they're gonna see you. So wear barber apparel. I used to wear my barber jacket everywhere I went. Everywhere. It doesn't matter where I was going, where I was coming from. I had my barber jacket on. And the worst part about this is I had this big two extra large. It was a double XL barber jacket that my master barber had gave me from where I was apprenticing at. He gave me this huge barber jacket. It was bigger than me. But the fact of the matter is I wore that barber jacket every single place I went to. When I was on the train, everybody like, oh, you a barber, bro? Yeah, man, I'm a barber. Here, go up in this card. Boom. I'm on the bus. Oh, you're a barber, bro? Yeah, man, I'm a barber. Here, go up business card. My name Jay Red. Da 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 da. That's how you get to me. You know, communication. Let people see what you do. They want to know what you do. So, wear barber apparel. Even if you get a little necklace with a barber pole on it, I got it on my neck, man. I love what I do. It's in me. It's not just in me. It's on me. So that being said, anytime I go somewhere, I could be at the bar, I could be at Walmart. I was just in the elevator coming in the house the other day, and a dude was standing next to me. He was looking at my neck. He said, "Oh, you a barber, man? Yeah, man, I'm a barber. Here go my information." And he booked the appointment. So that's just part of the game. Like, show people that you're a barber, make it a part of your lifestyle. So, excuse me, people are gonna want to come to you just because they see that you take pride in what you do. You're not scared to show like, all right, I'm a barber. This is what I do. This is what I love. So, um, yeah, man. Another way you may be able to build some clientele is take one of your friends, one of your best friends. You got one of the guys or something, man. Y'all go in a public area. If you're in Baltimore and you watching this, take one of your guys and say, "Look, bro, let's go downtown on a busy day, on a holiday day, just one of the days where it's a whole bunch of people downtown at the harbor. Take a chair out there, take your clippers out there, take a speaker out there, have some good music playing, and cut some hair in public. So now all these hundreds of people that's walking past you, they see, oh, he a barber. Now, if you produce a fire cut in front of all them people, then you're like, oh, he a nice barber. All right, let me get his information. Now you got business cards or whatever it is that you have for them to actually get in contact with you. They're gonna come to you like, hey man, I see you're a barber. Uh, you got any booking info? You got any social media? Here you go. That's how you build clientele, man. It's a million and one different ways that you can build clientele. I'm not perfect, never been. I made mistakes in my client building strategies. I'm still growing, as we all are. But you know, listen to what I'm saying and take it and utilize it how you see fit. Because what I've done or what I think, it may not work for you. So take what I'm telling you and put your own little twist onto it, man. Like, we human. We can, like I said, we can't do exactly what the next person does. So therefore, man, if it's other barbers out there that you need to learn from, take it, go and ask them what their client building strategies was, ask them how they got to where they was at, so don't just listen to just me, take this video and go watch the next one and the next one and the next one, or even go into a barbershop and ask the barbers in there, how did you build clientele? you know Another way that you could build clientele is, in which was amazing for me, like the opportunity that I was produced from the owner of the shop that I was working at. Big shout out to my man Vince, man, at Vince's Barbershop, man. This opportunity took me to a whole new level. Um, a high volume traffic barbershop. If you can get yourself into a high volume traffic barbershop, then you set, because now you're going to be getting the hands-on practice and training that you need to learn how to cut hair and get better at cutting hair. At the same time, you're going to be making money. You're going to be learning how to actually operate inside of a barbershop, inside of the establishment. So, like I said, man, big shout out to Vince and Vince's Barbershop. When I came in there, I barely had any clientele. I had a little couple people that I gained from doing all the simple stuff that I just told you that I was doing. I had a couple people that I gained from that. And then social media, I had people coming from there. But when I came into this barbershop, let's go on a little backstory. Before I came to Vince's Barbershop, I was working at another barbershop. Um, and I wasn't barely cutting no hair. 1-2 heads a week. I couldn't even barely feed myself. But I was about to quit. I was about to say, forget barber, and I was about to choose a whole new path. I was about to start working again. So I ended up getting into Vince's Barbershop. I came in there my first day with walk-in traffic, all walk-ins. I think I had one client of my own, all walk-ins. I cut 10 people on my first day at $25 a head. And mind you, at the time, like I said, I couldn't even barely afford to feed myself. So I cut 10 people in one day at $25 a head. I made $250 in one day. And it didn't have to go anywhere. Like, I didn't have to pay no bills. I had $250 in my pocket in one day. I never been able to make that kind of money. I never even made that money when I was in the streets. I was never no good in the streets. So me going into a barbershop establishment with the walk-in traffic that it had, man, it changed everything in me. I said, I never work another job again with this. The next day I came in there, I cut 11 people. The day after that, cut like 8 people. And it was a cycle. But at the same time, I'm getting the hands-on practice and the training that I needed to learn how to cut hair. So over the next few weeks and months went past, I started to get better and better and better and better. And now people are coming in the shop and they just asking for me. Why? Because I took this serious. One of the biggest factors in my clientele building was being available. Literally, you need to be available. If you're not available, then how they gonna come to you and get their hair cut? A lot to you not. When I first started in Vince's, me cutting 10 people wasn't just in a couple hours. No, my first day in Vince's barbershop, I was in there for at least 14 hours. Early, I was there like 7:30 in the morning. Mind you, I had to catch the train to the bus to get all the way to the barbershop. So I had to get up at like 5 in the morning. Maybe it was like 5 in the morning. I got there like 7:38. And I ain't leave until close to midnight the next day. Cause I seen what the barbershop brought me. It wasn't nothing else for me to do. Why not chill in the barbershop? So after a while, in the barbershop every day of the week, 7 days a week, no days off. I wasn't taking no days off. You couldn't pay me to take a day off back then. You gotta be available. In the beginning of your career, you gotta be available. You're gonna have to sacrifice time with your family, your friends, everything. You have to be available because people gonna call you and they're gonna say, yo, can I get a haircut? And you're gonna be like, oh man, I'm chilling with the fam real quick, bro. Like, can you come tomorrow? No, I need to go somewhere today. Da 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 da. Now you just missed out on a client because now he calling the next barber. Hey, bro, you can get me today? Yeah, I got you. Come on down. Boom. So be available, man. That's the biggest, if not, that has to be the biggest and most important key into building clientele is being available. And I know some of y'all got kids, wives, big families. Sometimes you gotta sacrifice time away from your kids and your family to reach a pinnacle or where you really desire to be. You know what I mean? And once you get to a certain point, you're gonna be able to regulate your schedule. You're gonna be able to say, all right, bum, I'm only working 4 days a week, but I'm gonna work 8 hours, 10, 11, 12 hours on these 4 days a week. You're gonna be able to regulate your schedule after you done built yourself to a certain point. But in the beginning of your career, man, you gotta be available. All that, I'm tired, I don't feel like going in the barbershop. No, be available. I don't care if you go in the barbershop and you sitting there and you sitting down not cutting for 4 hours. I don't care. Just sit there and chill. You can be watching my videos, watching haircut tutorial. This is what I did. I used to come in the barbershop and I would sit there and I would watch videos. I would watch the other barbers cut and I wouldn't be making no money. I'd just be sitting there trying to learn. But then that's when the walk-ins start coming in when you least expect it. When you least expect it, that's when they're gonna come. Cause you done been sitting down for 4 hours, and now, boom, once you leave, you left the barbershop, and now as soon as you left, 6 people walked in there. And now everybody else in the shop that's wants to be available, they got that money. And you at home sitting back looking like this. Looking crazy. When you could have been building clientele. But hey man, that's on you. Be available, man. That's the number one key to building clientele. Be available. Yeah, man. It's a long video. I know half of y'all probably already done tapped out of the video. Y'all were tired of hearing me talking. But hey, man, if you still here, I appreciate you for tuning in. It's J Reds the Barber, man. Signing out. Let me know if any of this helped you on your journey. Let me know if you're going to use it. If you're an OG barber, man, and you want to help these other barbers too, in the comments section, man, let these other barbers know your client building strategies. You know what I mean? Give them other barbers that they can go tap into and listen to, man. If you're an OG in the game, man, and you watching this, man, get some free game out, man. It don't hurt you. You ain't losing out on nothing, man. We still gonna eat. We still gonna make our money. Get some free game, man. It's J Red's the barber, man. I'm signing out.